Story time. What you guys are looking at is a picture of the David Davis mansion. Let me tell you who David Davis was at first. He's a relative of mine who lived in the mid 1800s. He was a friend of Abraham Lincoln's. He was Abraham Lincoln's campaign manager when Abraham Lincoln ran for president. And eventually, Abraham Lincoln appointed David Davis as Supreme Court Justice. So when David Davis had to leave Bloomington, Illinois, you guys have heard me mention my farm. That is where the farm is. His wife wanted to stay in Bloomington, I'm guessing because her family was there, while he went to Washington, D.C. So he had this house built for her, which is a mansion. It was built around 1870, I think 1872 to be exact. And then in 1960, the family donated the mansion to the state of Illinois, and they turned it into a museum. And I'll tell you guys, sometimes families will donate buildings such as this because the upkeep of a mansion built in the mid 1800s is very expensive. But as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's of the Victorian era, and it was actually designed by a French architect. So it has some French influence in there. So a few years ago, my aunt passed away, and I flew back to Illinois to her funeral. And it was really neat. She was buried at our family cemetery on the property of the farm. And that was on a Saturday morning. So my dad and I thought, well, what should we do on Saturday night when the funeral's over? And we realized that they had Christmas at the mansion. So if you ever go back to Bloomington, Illinois, which I'm sure it's on all of your bucket list, if you ever run into the David Davis mansion, if you go in here, every single room is decorated with a Christmas tree and a different theme. Our family also has German influence. And so one of the traditions is they have this pickle ornament, not a real pickle, okay, but it's like a glass or plastic pickle, and you put it on the tree, and it's kind of like Elf on the Shelf. The kids run in and it's hiding, and you have to find the pickle, and it's a Christmas game, okay? So I want to show you some of the beautiful pictures of the rooms in the mansion. So this is one. And I think this is actually the room when you first walk into the mansion to the right. This is the dining room. This is the kids' playroom. That's the outside of the mansion. This is another themed room. Pretty neat. So let me show you one more picture. This is a picture of David Davis. He was quite a big man. And the funny thing is his wife and him slept in what is now a full-size bed. Back in those days, they were, European influence. They didn't have king size beds, California king size beds. So I always wondered how well his wife slept. But that's a picture of David Davis right there.